Welcome back, everybody. This is Mike with Trade My Gun. Today we're going to talk about Ninja Paintball. We're going to go over their 5 different regulators, and then we're going to talk about their bottles. All of these products can be found on our website at trademygun.com, and we've got things set up in a pretty unique way that I think, from what we hear from players, people will really enjoy. We'll go into the bottles and the setup a little bit later. First, let's go through the regulators. They have, like I said, they have 5 regulators. We're going to start with the standard regulator. This is the $59.95 regulator, and it comes set with an output pressure of 850 PSI. It has an alloy bonnet, and the micro gauge and the fill nipple made in the USA, which is what we love. So, at $59.95, you get a Made in the USA reg. It's their starter reg, which has the ability to adjust the output pressure. So it comes set at 850, but you can take shims out and get it set at 650 PSI, or even drop it all the way down to 500 PSI, which is great because most guns, you're going to want to set it lower than the 850, because most guns can run at 500 to 650 PSI. So there's your standard reg. For an extra $5, you get the exact same reg with a different bonnet. This is an aluminum bonnet. It's lighter weight. The standard weighs at 0.35 pounds. This weighs 0.25 pounds, only 4 ounces. So you get the same adjustability, exactly the same, just a lighter weight bonnet, which gives you a 1/10 of a pound less weight in your overall setup. Then, if you want to really move up for $84.95, you can go with the Pro Reg. The cool thing about the Pro Reg is it's got all the features that we just talked about, where you can take shims out, comes set at 850 PSI, you can drop it down to 650 or 500, but it's also adjustable. So, you know when you go and you fill up your tank at a fill station, sometimes the fill nipple is in the wrong position, or the gauge is in the wrong position and you can't see it when you've got the gun screwed on, or the tank screwed onto your gun. You can loosen this up and adjust it so that you can position the fill nipple wherever you want. So that's a really cool feature that people love. And if you've got the extra 25 bucks, why not go for this? These do weigh a little more than even the standard reg because of the extra parts that are in it. They come in at 0.4 pounds. So not a lot of extra weight, but a little bit extra. Now let's say you've got an old school bob-along gun or something that you just want to run at a very or super low pressure. Well, Ninja offers the Pro Reg in an SLP version, super low pressure version. These come set at 300 PSI. So again, if you've got the gun, a lot of guns can't run on 300 PSI, so you don't want an SLP reg unless you know your gun will operate on it, and if they can operate on it, generally they need it also so that you don't blow seals. So keep that in mind. Now, brand new item from Ninja is the Flex Reg. This is a tournament lock that you can pull off, a sleeve that you can pull off. Now, it comes with some tools, and it's like a Pro Reg, but you don't have to take shims out to adjust it. So you can adjust the pressure with the tool. There's 3 different positions, and with the adjustment, you can get somewhere between 500 and 1100 PSI output pressure. So, just adjust it up or down depending on, which way you're trying to go. And the other cool thing about this, you might have noticed, there's 2 gauges. Well, the reason there's 2 gauges is you get your normal micro gauge, which is going to tell you what your tank pressure is, how much you have left in your cylinder. And then the other gauge shows you what your regulator output pressure is that's being pumped into the gun. So that's a really cool feature. And the gauge is nice and big. It's based on hundreds, so you can see it starts at 0 and then goes all the way up to 12. So it's, it's easy for you to see if you're running at 600 PSI, if you're running at 800 PSI or 1100 PSI or wherever you want to go, you can get it cranked up. Some PCP applications would use something like this, but this particular one can also be used in paintball if you want to. It does weigh a little heavier, it's a half a pound. So it's double the weight of the UL reg, but it's packed with features. Also packed with a hefty price tag, $149.95. But kind of a cool, innovative product that that Ninja came out with. Now, on our website, we're different from a lot of the companies that are out there. We will allow you to buy a regulator all by itself. So we have that set up on our website. You can also buy complete tanks. So we'll assemble it where we'll put the bottle with the reg of your choice. And then you can buy just bottles. So hardly anybody does this. We do. You can go to our website and buy bottles only if you like. And we'll just go through them. They've got some new matte colors. The glosses have been out for a long time. We've got the black matte. They've been called different things over time. The Cerakote colors, but they're doing matte finishes now. So you've got the black with the red lettering, and there's all different kinds of colors. I really do like the gray matte. That is really, really sharp, and you can get it with different color letters. And then you've got your traditional. These four here are 68 CIs that we're showing you. They're all SL2, so they are the lightest weight tank on the market that you can get. 68 CI, this is your gloss black, black with red, gloss black with blue. And then here's your 77. So take a look at the difference in length. The diameter is the same, it's just a longer bottle. So you're going to get, you can fill this with 77 cubic inches of air versus 68. So you're going to get over 10% additional shots by going to a 77. And some people that have longer arms, they want a longer setup anyhow. So that's a good way to go. The last thing I'd like to talk to you about today is just to give you just a real quick, finding the hydro date on the tanks. All of the Ninja tanks, you'll come look on the back, and if you can zoom in here, we can see the month 08 and then the year 22. That's the born date. They don't put the expiration date, they put the born date on the tanks. So in 5 years, 8 of 2027, this bottle will have to be rehydro tested, and then they put a little seal on it to show that it was retested. And they're good for about 15 years. So you can get a couple rehydros out of these. So thanks so much for tuning in. And please remember to subscribe to our channel and comment if you want. If you want to see something special, we read those comments. So leave a comment. We'll check it out. And we thank you for tuning in.